undermine the institution.
Listen here to the agents of those people that want to steal South Africa in broad daylight.
That she couldn't be in that office while such an investigation was ongoing. Her presence in the office compromised the investigation. And at that stage, President Ramaphosa declined to suspend the public protector. So, he's placed himself in a very difficult position by waiting until the 11th hour to come to that conclusion, straight after the public protector announced that she had received a complaint against the president in regards to his Dollargate scandal. And so the president is doing himself and the office of the presidency no favors. He should have acted earlier. But that doesn't change the fact that this public protector should be suspended. And
she should be suspended because you, DA, and the billionaire class that you represent, that want to steal the assets of South Africa and impoverish this nation.
Because the Western Cape High Court also had not yet decided around the suspension. The public protector was taking up her impeachment and she was challenging the right of the president to suspend her. We were expecting that judgment any day. Does the DA believe that this suspension is the president being defensive, and is it linked to the complaint laid by the
ATM? Let's hear how he's going to answer that one.
To his farm and the burglary allegations.
Well, we don't want to make that speculation.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, just like justice needs to be done and seen to be done, so the president needs to act in a way in which he doesn't raise suspicions about his own conduct. And unfortunately, having waited until this moment to make the suspension decision, the president has opened himself up to this kind of criticism. So we don't want to speculate whether the president is acting improperly. We certainly don't want to compromise the process that has commenced against the public protector.
There you are right.
We believe that the suspension decision could have been taken long ago. But unfortunately, the president has now opened himself up to this kind of criticism.
Thank you very much. National spokesperson for the Democratic Alliance, Silias Brooke.
Mkhabe says Mkhwebane's removal is a sign that the president is panicking and that the allegations of money laundering leveled against him might be valid.
Yes. You see, wrong move. Everybody is thinking the same thing. Even the president's friends, the DA, they are struggling to defend him. They are struggling. And the DA must be clever because they don't want to expose themselves for who they really are. They really are a party that is in bed with the people that want to own South Africa, the few rich individuals that want to own everything. So they can put the DA in power, so they will have some ANC guy like Ramaphosa who becomes their friend, essentially, who actually today allows the private electricity what you call it, private electricity producers to feed into the Eskom grid. That is just the beginning. As time goes on, they actually want to privatize Eskom, to privatize every state-owned enterprise. Why? So that they can monopolize the whole economy. Why? Because they want to enslave you even more. You are slaves already, but they want to deeply entrench the slavery. And comrades like Sibosiwe Mkhwebane are comrades that are fighting for the liberation of South Africa. And Ramaphosa clearly acting in the interests of the minority capitalists, of which is part of them. By the way, remember, it's also part of them. But he's not really fully part of them as the brains, but he's part of them as the black face that they use. Because Cyril Ramaphosa is not a businessman. He has never started a business. He's never had a startup business, marketed, looked for customers, and grew an organization. No, he just gets there politically, sits on a board, they do some BEE like Ndondon, then he comes up with a lot of shares and becomes a billionaire. Same thing with Motsepe and all the other guys. These your black leaders. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Black people. So these black leaders like Cyril Ramaphosa, do not have the interest of the black people at heart. They have got the interest of the minority capitalists who are in this country, and some of them are even in Wall Street. Talking of people like Glencore, big financial industry in the United States, and the Europeans, the Germans that actually own the South African Reserve Bank. These are the people that he is saving. These are the interests that he is saving. I just want to draw your attention to what is really happening in this politics. What is the real gist of the matter? It's not about people who I hate Ramaphosa, I like Ramaphosa. No. I don't have a problem with Ramaphosa. We have got a problem with the fact that they are selling the country to minority interests that want to monopolize this country. Let me tell you something. It's not about me attacking white people, because once these people succeed, even the majority of the white people in South Africa are going to suffer. Because do not think that these whites care about other whites. Look at the United States. They are destroying the fabric of the American economy, and the white Americans are suffering at the hands of the few whites that are controlling the Federal Reserve System. You understand? The whole military industrial complex in the United States, it's white people, a few white people, against the rest of the white people. So white South Africans will be misinformed. They will be dumb to think that supporting the DA, which support the interests of the few whites, is actually good for the rest of the whites. No, even the whites in South Africa are going to suffer. The rest of everybody. When the electrical prices go up, it will not go up only for black people, but for everybody in the country. When they own all the state-owned enterprises, it will be difficult. Everybody will be a slave, black, white, Indian, colored, whatever. So when you people still think that white people think better, think again. I'm telling you, this black face is telling you that our war is not against whiteness, white people. Our war is against the few. And it so happens that they are white, and some of them are black, like Ramaphosa. But he's part of them because he is their stooge. No, he's not really the brains. You see, he cannot think of those things. They just tell him that's what he must do. You see, these few people that want to take over this country because they want to buy this country. Understand? And because they know that you people can easily be fooled, you're going to fight in terms of race. Black people against white people, and white people are going to hit back at this black person talking about things about white people, and then you make it a race issue. When it's not really a race issue, it's an issue of the 1% of the 1% wanting to enslave everybody else, and they will not stop at anything. They will use anything, whether it's race, whether it's political parties. They're going to say it's the ANC against the EFF or against the DA. It's not really about that. It's about them wanting to own this country, and people must wake up now and smell the coffee and know what is it that we are fighting for. So when we are removing Ramaphosa from being a president, what we are removing is not Ramaphosa. What we are not removing is not his tribe. No. You see, let's do with tribe. What we are removing is not a black face, no. We are removing a stooge for monopoly capital that want to destroy this country by owning everybody and enslaving everybody else. That is why even the SABC is actually in arrears, because they want to take over SABC, so that SABC, ETV, all news media is going to be privately owned by them. So they will control the narrative everywhere. They do not like that the SABC has got some independence from them. So they want everything to be owned by the private guys. So it's a private media. They will drive up prices of everything so that the barriers of entry could be very hard on all industries. Already they have the banking sector. When we do have banks, black banks that are coming up, they will try all sorts of ways to undermine them, to make this to have this idea that black people cannot run banks, and they can run banks. Understand? And those banks are saving the interest of those monopoly capital. You see how they use race. What they'll do is they will favor white people in South Africa so that they can buy their politics, they can buy their support. But they know that eventually, in the long run, they will also dump the very same white that are having this so-called white privilege. And because we think that okay, I'm having this white privilege. I'm going to support the DA. I'm going to support our white people and our white monopolists. They're going because they're supporting us. No, they have got the appearance that they are supporting you. They've got the appearance that they're going to help you. And they're not going to help you. You see, I know the Indians also support them. I know also the Muslims in South Africa, they also support these guys. They think because they make it easier for you. They give you a little bit of a cake so that you can support them. But once they are done with you, they will destroy the Indians, they will destroy the Muslims, they will destroy the white colors, they will destroy the white people, they will destroy everybody in this country. And the country will be owned by the few Germans, few Americans, a few foreigners who will have private ownership of this country. Because this South African government also is in debt, and our debt is in junk status, and therefore they are going to start confiscating government-owned assets. So this government will broke with no asset. The land itself, talking about land redistribution, the land itself is a big question mark there. These countries are taking time bomb. This country of South Africa is a taking time bomb. Unless the people wake up and smell the coffee. All black people and all white people and the Indians and the colors. You know, the colors have got a problem with them. I've got a problem with colors because they do not know who they are. They don't really know their own identity. They don't even know what they are fighting. They can help. They can be the one used in their thinking that they are wise. They can be used to support the people that will eventually oppress them. Because when they bring you closer, they make you feel white. They make you feel just playing with your minds. Throw a few dollars, throw a few contracts here and there in Cape Town, and don't think that they do not know. Don't think that they do not know of your tenders, and think that no, we are white, our tenders are safe. They are only showing the tenders of the blacks. When they are done with the blacks and now they want to attack you, they will be attacking white people. They will be attacking white people. So just to warn you, white people, before you think that no, you are safe in the hands of these evil people, these narrow-minded billionaires, they think for themselves. Okay, the fact that they are white, they will use other whites to support them. But in actual fact, they actually don't even like the rest of the white people. They only like themselves. Those people are selfish. It's greed. It's typical Wall Street greed. Okay. Greed in Wall Street does not know color. See, there's a problem in South Africa. People are still stuck up in the battle for color. I'm white, black, Indian, whatever. It's not about that. They don't care. They really don't care whether you are their color or you're not their color. What they care about, they want to own this country. And they will use all of you to fight each other, knowing that at the end of the day, it is them who will win. So I'm telling you now, just be brave and courageous and unite as a nation and fight for the success of all people in this country. Don't be fooled by these monopolies, because they are going to use you, and after they use you, just like a man chews a chewing gum and throws it out, they'll start. First of all, they started by throwing out the black majority who lives in shacks and they're suffering. The next people that are coming are going to be the colored people. The next ones are going to be the Indians. See, they started with the Guptas. They're going to come for the rest of the Indians. And then the white colors, so-called white, the colors that think that they are white, they're the ones that are going to come next. Then the last group that they're going to deal with is the proper white people. You'll wonder, but we are white. They don't care. You see, you were in bed with them, you helped them, you supported them, you thought that they were your friends until they really take out the mask, then you see them for who they are. When they attack you, a time is going to come when it's going to be politically not it won't be in their favor for them to have white people in South Africa. Then they are the ones who will drive the agenda of removing white people in South Africa. Do you know why? During that time, they would have disenfranchised the blacks, disenfranchised the colors, disenfranchised the Indians, and they will be left with white people who are going to stop them in their quest to own everything in South Africa. And therefore, they will revive in the black people to say that, oh, you are all suffering. It is the white people. Just white people are away. Those very white people, those very narrow-minded white people, those few white people are the ones that are going to attack the rest of the white people. Oh, holy is the Lord. Don't play. Holy is the Lord. It's a great revelation that I'm giving you. It's a great revelation that you are learning from the man of God. Therefore, what it means that if you are a white person in South Africa right now, it is in your best interest to start to support the prosperity of everyone, all colors, all Indians, all black people, so that when the enemy, which is the devil, that devil that is using those few people that are foreign, that are Wall Street, that is actually an attack from Wall Street. When the enemy comes, use them, he finds South Africans united together. But then if you are not united, you still pay your black workers 20 rand an hour, and you are trying to make them suffer. You make them work 2 days a week or what, making them, scrambling for resources, wanting all the land and all the resources and all the place, all the thing, wanting to be yours and destroying other people. I'm telling you, you are giving the devil, which is Wall Street. Okay, let me give the devil a face. I'm giving the devil is a spiritual entity which works through people. I'm giving it a proper face. That the proper face is this narrow band of the capitalists in this country. Okay, it so happens that many of them are white. Okay, some of them are black, but the majority of them are white. And white people shouldn't be fooled to think that because those monopolists are white, they actually have got some soft spot for white people. No, you'll be wrong. They want you to think that for now, but at the end of it all, they will kick you out as well. But when they're kicking you out, you won't see them. You will see black faces uprising against white people, but you know that it will be sponsored by them. You understand? So that they can kick you out. Once they kick you out of the country, anyway, everybody who's left here will be a slave. Everybody will be a further slave than before. Holy is the Lord. Don't play.